So the book is looks at the experiences that students now need to have before college, during college, and after college in order to launch into the workforce. It used to be that if you had a college degree, you were golden, right?
Right.
It would be easy to get a job because fewer people had them. And now we are seeing, almost 50% of recent college graduates are underemployed, meaning they're in jobs that don't require a bachelor's degree. As more and more people get a bachelor's degree, it's becoming less of a signal that you're job ready. And so the book really lays out what are the experiences that a student needs to have before college, during college, and after college in order to successfully launch into the workforce. And really, the bottom line is it's much more about how you go to college than if you even than where you go, and definitely even if you go. So the market itself is much better now than it was even 3 or 4 years ago for
Right.
recently graduated seniors. So anybody with a bachelor's degree or even an associate's degree, it's much better to be a college graduate than it is to be a high school graduate,
Okay.
for example. The problem, though, the concern that I have is not that if you have a job, it's what kind of job you have.
Okay.
And what we're finding is that more now than ever before, there are more students, and the Federal Reserve counts almost half of recent college graduates, almost 50% of recent college graduates are what they call underemployed, meaning they're working part-time or
Mhm.
working in jobs that don't require a bachelor's degree.
Right.
So being no offense to the baristas at Starbucks, but they're that stereotype of somebody who had to take a job, usually because they had some sort of student debt.
Right.
And that's the problem. So it's less of a problem they can't get any job. It's more of a problem of getting the right kind of job.
And is there any troubleshooting that you can think of, or where does that fault lie at some point? I mean, where does it all come from?
So I did a survey for the book, and I outlined the results of the survey. So we surveyed a nationally representative sample of people in their mid-20s. What we wanted to know is if we reverse engineered their careers or their lives for the last 10 years, what were the things they did or, more important, didn't do that led them to where they are today? And we found that there were a couple of experiences that really matter. For one, debt is a huge deal after college. So the more debt you take on, the less likely you are to immediately launch into a career or a job. And why is that? Because if you have debt hanging over your head when you graduate from college, most likely you're going to make sometimes bad career decisions because you have to pay off that debt or start to pay off that debt, right? So you're not going to move to a new city for a new job because it's too expensive. You are going to filter every job offer you get through the money you're going to get. So you're going to take a job just for the money, not because it's a good career opportunity. So debt is a big issue. So the less debt you can take on, the better off it is for your career. I know that's kind of hard for some people, but again, it's all about degrees of debt. Second, internships. The more internships that somebody has, the more successful they're going to be after college. And then the third piece is what I call the navigation of college. The more you are, it's not that you necessarily need to, you could explore in college, but the more you explore and wander, the more likely you are to wander after college.